And welcome back. What the fuck were we doing again? anyone anyone remember? Anyone remember exactly what we were doing? Should flee town while I still can. Oh yeah. We spoke to Andre. No doubt I needed to convince his brother, who presumably is no, not there. 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 We got it. Okay, cool. Back on track. Back on track. It's like I never forgot a thing. It's like I only stopped playing 5 minutes ago instead of 5 days ago. Perfect. Flawless. Non-stop gamer action round here, I'll tell you. Remember going to this guy's place in the previous campaign as well? He just sort of disappeared pretty early, so I don't know if the Stamatins are going to do the same in the Bachelor's campaign, or if they're going to stick around a bit longer. I guess it remains to be seen exactly what happens with these two, because it wasn't really cleared up. Hello. Ooh, spooky. Wow, look at you. What a fabulous man. Hello, fabulous
Oh
man.
boy.
I see the reflection of my epiphanies in your eyes. Who are you, my long-awaited guest? I am Daniil Dankovsky. You're a good person to drink with and talk to. You'll make no mistake by calling me Peter. And you can call me Andre too, for the sake of diversity. And it won't be wrong either. What do you mean? Question time will be later. Let's drink some Twirine to our acquaintance, and don't you dare insult me by refusing. There is a retort in one of the cupboards, I think. I think I didn't smash it yesterday. I was so pissed. Thank you. Now drink to your wit.
Oh boy.
They're twins, right? The Stamatins. That's why he said I can call him Andre, because this guy's clearly got some like big twin energy. We are a singular person sort of vibes. I can't shrug away the feeling that someone's scratching at the windowsill. God, everybody. There's not a single sane person in this game, is there? Not a single one. Not a single person you can talk to, and they're just like, "You all right? How you doing? You want a cup of tea? We'll sit down. We'll sort out this disease business." You know, they're all like, "Oh, I can feel the ghosts breathing in my armpits." It's all just fucking unhinged. Um, your brother suggests we escape this place. Escape? This place? Is he out of his mind? A plague is about to break out here, the local sang plague strain, to be more precise. There are no medical records of it, however, you seem to have had the pleasure of witnessing it in action. I don't care. My body is so full of twirine that no disease will ever be able to approach, let alone touch me. Same with Brother Andre, unless he gets it from the wenches. No, I'm not leaving this place. Does twirine protect from this disease? The right one, the so-called tear, does. Thick infusions and twirine sap do not. It doesn't matter. I'm staying here, all the same. Can't you get Twirine someplace else? Can't you see that I've managed to build here? Where else would I be allowed to do something like this? Everything that I've ever called my purpose has been brought to life in this town. But now I have no reason to leave it. I haven't finished my observations yet. I'm too close to figuring it out. Whether it falls or not, I've been standing there for quite some time, or it's been standing there for quite some time. You wouldn't understand. You've never built anything. You're wrong. I've built Thanatica and created the groundbreaking theory of human mortality. In that case, forgive me, but then it's puzzling that you don't understand me. Are you prepared to risk your life for your life work, aren't you? Well, yes, of course I am. We won't leave? Peter is completely off his rocker. His mind is too clouded with the trireme for him to consider the consequences of his actions. Does he seek his self-bedazzlement on purpose? How can I possibly come to terms with such an obstinate man? Talk to him again?
What if he can mix herbs? Fancy that. A new brew can come out of this. A new, eh?
Yeah, I know. Those are tree branches. Okay, that's not the answer.
Bad Twirin makes
You
your
seem to be
head.
depressed too. The dream mistresses are silent. This is both sad and strange. Quite sad and strange. Even Lady Katerina won't bestow her poisonous psalms upon us. Tell me about the dream mistresses, Peter. Mistresses used to have some inexplicable magnetic motherly power over us. Katerina's problem is that she's a turncoat. You can't just stop in your tracks between the ridge and the abyss. You have to either climb or fall. Falling is easy. Climbing is commendable. What do you mean? Nothing really, she's a false mistress. That is what bothers me. She doesn't have the right to see things. Seriously, my Twirene daydreams are better suited to change our life because I am at least honest with myself and true to my conscience. I've never betrayed anyone. All my life, I've only been doing the things that I believe to be true creative work. Hey, calm down, mate. Faithfulness is worthy of respect and betrayal is worthy of despise. Okay.
What if he can mix herbs?
Everyone is after a
Fancy
female
that.
figure.
A new
What
brew can come out
is
of
this?
a
The
new,
vestiges of matriarchy,
you
the snake
know,
mother, the
huh?
abyss, yada yada? Actually, an unusual girl's been walking around our town lately. Did you know? They say she can work miracles with her bare hands. If I happen to meet her, I'll test her miraculous capabilities. She can probably ease my headache, right? One more paranormalist. The concentration of anomalies in such a small piece of land is truly beyond my comprehension. She heals the sick and incapacitated. Perhaps she's a healer, perhaps a saint, and perhaps she's just a fraud. I'd like to believe she's a saint. The world around us is rather low on miracles. Things like this happen, but science is unable to explain them. Anything else?
You're close.
Just the tree branches. Okay. So what? Do we go back to Andre now? Doesn't seem like I have any more options here, but we need to get this lad cooperating if we're going to flee town. Which, as I say, I don't think is actually going to happen. I'm fully expecting to be prevented in this some way. But I can't imagine the quest just ends there, right? There's got to be a bit more to it than that. What time are we on? Okay, we don't have a great deal of time left today. I imagine my exhaustion is going to start creeping up pretty soon as well, so I'm going to have to take a little nappy. Have to catch some stray Z's. But we might have a few more hours to get something done. If this train's arriving tonight, though, we presumably have some sort of deadline on that as well. It may be prior to midnight, you know, when that happens. Andre, your brother's insane.
How's my brother? Any news on him?
Peter doesn't believe me either. What's wrong with you people? How can I persuade him? And rightly so. Take a look around. You should have seen what the crude sprawl looked like during the outbreak. The houses that Barak locked up were literally in agony. Their walls swollen with boils, their windows covered in scarlet mould. There were blisters everywhere. Blood mixed with ichor was flowing from the chimneys. That's how it was. Metaphors. No, I'm not being metaphoric. These are facts. There was moaning and howling all over the earth. Moaning louder than the morning siren at the works. The tormented were screaming so loudly glass would break in the windows, and it all happened over the course of several hours. That is what the sandpest is, so knock your bullshit off. There is a building that looks like that, though. Have you not seen it? Okay, but what can persuade Peter? A convincing discovery supporting your theory would help. That outbreak has left a dreary impression on Peter. He's been heavily into Twirene since then, but there is no sand plague in town, so poor you. Tell Ava that the plan fell through because of Peter. Perhaps that will comfort her. I'll look for this discovery of yours. Is that not the right thing to say? I guess maybe I guess return to Eva, Evangelion. I guess that's, yeah, seems to be my only course of action at this point, so we shall do that. Tell you what, I've taken upon myself a new course of action in the realm of social media recently because I don't know if you've noticed, but Twitter has become the biggest festering shithole in the world ever since the epic events of 420. Basically, everyone with a blue tick these days is now congregated at the top of the reply section on every tweet, which means essentially you have to scroll down through about 50, 100 maybe tweets before you see people of relevance instead of the people who have paid to put their name to the top of the list, because the people who have paid to put their name to the top of the list are universally, and I mean universally, I think the only exceptions to this rule are like a handful of like journalists and stuff who have clearly paid for the tick in order to actually make sure they're kept relevant or whatever. But the vast majority of people who have the blue tick on Twitter these days, who are verified by big Elon himself, are either like the kind of completely so in it over their head to the point where there's no backing out anymore crypto bros who will still try and convince you that NFTs are relevant. That sort of absolute level of I've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars into this concept which has completely fallen through, please pay attention to me, I need to get my money back. That sort of level of people. Or just, you know, the most bigoted people you'll ever see. Ever. Just people who have to reply to absolutely everything with some, like, transphobic or racist or, you know, something comment or something about how vaccines aren't real or, you know, that sort of absolutely unhinged bullshit. So, like, in order to see a single comment from, like, a normal human being, you have to wade through probably, as I say, about 100 comments from people of that caliber. So I've been getting the block gun out, honestly. I've never blocked a person on Twitter in my life before, but in the last few days I must have added 500 people to my block list. It's fucking insane.
If Simon's body is vulnerable to the murderer, the whole town
My heart is beating so heavily it's about to jump out. Andre has agreed, but he won't leave without Peter, and Peter doesn't want to go anywhere. I'll try and persuade him, but I don't think I'll succeed. Maria would do much better, though. Do you think she may agree to help? Is there no other way? I don't think I should discuss our escape with Maria Kaner. Why? Or is she... Ah, no, okay. Do you have any real proof of the forthcoming outbreak? I do. There is no other way. Talk to Maria. She's Nina's heir. The twins won't listen to anyone else but her. Peter is so unpredictable, but Maria knows how to clench his heart. One word from her will be enough for Peter to change his mind. Well, I'll try. I thought... I don't know, it's becoming a bit of a tangled web because, I mean, it was literally me who told the Kanes to lock down. And to keep anyone from leaving on that train. But now I'm going to the Kanes, or at least one of the less prominent Kanes, to discuss me leaving on that same train. It's a little bit hypocritical on the part of big Daniel Dankovsky, but fuck it, I don't want to get involved in the sand plague. There's better plagues to get involved in, honestly, you know. Maybe we just have a nice gentle COVID outbreak instead, eh? That's probably going to be a bit less dangerous. I always lose you. Why can I never find you? You're giving me a stony stare. Is something wrong? Are you disappointed? Tell me, Maria, do you have any influence on Peter Stammerton? He has a greater influence on me. Why do you ask? I want to persuade the brother Stammerton to leave for the capital, but Peter doesn't want to. How can I convince him? Oh, you want to take the Stammertons away from here, and you're asking me for help. You're obviously out of your mind. Who do you think I am? Oh, I see, you're laughing at me, but I'm too anxious to know to smile at a good joke. What's wrong with them leaving? Don't even think about it. If they try to leave secretly, they will regret it. Andre will be the first to. The great architects who once chose this town as their creative laboratory will not leave at a time like this. Tell them both that if they do not wish to drink the cup of Nina Kaner's daughter's wrath, that was a lot of rhyming slang there, they will sit quietly at home, both of them. Wow. Oh, it's reverse psychology. I understand. I'm smart. Cool. Sometimes I just like to stop and admire the artwork in this game because for some reason, like, even though a lot of the houses are copy-paste, you see a lot of, you know, the same brickwork texture, the same layout inside, the same pieces of furniture over and over again. The artwork is almost entirely unique, I think. I don't think you see a lot of duplicates someone clearly put a lot of effort into making sure there was a lot of distinctive artwork in this game, and it's all like actually pretty cool. Like there's a lot of really interesting pieces. I don't know if that's because this is the remastered version. I don't know if I've mentioned that in this specific chapter of this playthrough. I don't know if this is something that they added in the remaster or if that's been there since day one. Like, it was just something they decided they wanted to put a lot of effort into, because why not, right? Attention to detail is important. I've always said this when it comes to video games. Like, often for me, the big difference between a good game and a great game is how much attention to detail there is. How much, like an NPC will take note of current events rather than repeating the same piece of dialogue, or like, you know, a tree's leaves will change with the passing of seasons, or, you know, just little things that you might not immediately notice but show that like the developers had a lot of passion for what they were doing and just really wanted to construct a truly immersive world, you know. Obviously that isn't like a super high priority in all genres necessarily. Obviously there's genres that are more focused on gameplay than narrative. But any game that really does want to sell a compelling narrative, I think gains a lot from going out of its way to just really focus on the small details. Because they're the sort of thing that, like, you can go an entire playthrough and not notice them. And then you play the game a second time and you're like, holy shit, I didn't recognize that. That's really cool. You know, it's like the sort of extra layer that you can delve into when you really want to explore a game thoroughly, you know. It's nice to have things like that. I'm trying to remember what it was. Not so long ago, I was replaying a game that I'd not played for a while, and I noticed something in it that I hadn't spotted before, even though it's a game that I'd played like time and time again. And I really can't think what it was, but it really sort of made me truly appreciate the game in question, whatever the fucking game was, for the exact things I've just been talking about. Which one am I talking to? Peter, presumably, right? I assume. I guess we'll try both of them. Is this... I've turned off too early here, haven't I? It's fine. We'll just wrap around the back of the Sabarov place. Take a slightly more scenic route. We got nowhere else to be today. We can't afford to buy things, so we might as well just take in the sights. Not that there's a great deal of sights to take in. Honestly, like, the visual design of this game is like as stark and uncompromising as the gameplay itself and the narrative. You know, it all ties together quite nicely, I think. I think if the game was more stylistically and visually striking instead of sort of...
What if he can mix herbs? Fancy that.
Well, okay, we didn't talk to him. Yeah, if the game sort of went out of its way to be more varied instead of like the sort of homogenized, almost like brutalist copy-paste almost style that the town has, it would make the town seem more lively and energized, almost, if you know what I mean. Like, it adds to the downbeat nature of the whole thing, which, you know, might just be me making excuses for the fact that this game clearly had to cut a lot of corners in development, but nevertheless, I think it works. I think it works for sure. It can be a bit wearing when you're however many hours I am now, 50 hours or whatever into playing this game, to just be seeing the same colours and the same visual style over and over again. But honestly, it makes like rooms like this, which are more drastic, like stick out more in comparison. Juxtaposition is the word I'm looking for there. Okay, well, that didn't work either. What am I doing? Q. Q is the button I want. It's pressing every fucking... It didn't work out. I was silly. Maybe I've just failed that quest. Maybe I didn't say the right thing, or there was something I was meant to have done before speaking to someone at some point. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen if you're capable of just completely throwing a quest in this game. I know obviously if you don't get them done within the time limit, then you'll fail them. But this is slightly different, right? I didn't know there was like an active fail state, but it's possible I have just fail stated. I'll go back and talk to Eva one more time because she's the only other person in this little collective who I've not spoken to since speaking to Maria Kana, but I don't think there's anything else for me here. As I say, we're just killing time until the end of the day anyway, realistically. Till I have no remaining choice but to sleep. How are my stats doing? That's the wrong button. There we go. Infection's low, that's good. Exhaustion's alright. Hunger is creeping up. Immunity could use a boost. Health could maybe use a little bit of patching up. I might drink one of my many Meridorm before I go to sleep. Do I have any immunity pills? I don't. Okay. Maybe that's something we look out for then. I think maybe we trade for some off the Blonde Boys. I know I could buy them with money, and there's probably better things I can trade off Blonde Boys, but I don't know. I think we gotta focus on what's right in front of us, right? As hard as I've tried to stay ahead of the curve in this game, in this playthrough, there will always be immediate pressing issues. I wouldn't say my immunity is an immediate pressing issue right now, but it's something I should deal with before it gets out of hand, probably. Curb it before it gets too serious. These structures, man. Can't remember which of the Stamatins it is who's the architect. It might even be both of them. It might be like a combined effort. I can't actually remember, but they've got some gravity-defying magic. They really do. Yo, that's barter, lad. I need these off you. You want a syringe? It's just taking up space in my inventory. Thank you. Could probably use a couple more. Keep my eyes peeled. Oh, there it is. Exhaustion has reached the state of needing constant reminding. To be fair, if we sleep now, we'll be awake during the night, which means we can deal with some knifey boys. Which is always a bonus. So it might be a good time for it. Plus we're swinging by Eva's place, which is where our very own bed happens to be. There's no better time. Hello.
If Simon's body...
Yeah, I guess that's it. So much for that idea. It's alright, I didn't want to leave town anyway. First Meridorm. Used. Right, we'll get 5 hours, I think. That should probably do the trick. Very rarely need all 6, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Completely empty.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed.
Yay!
A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
We'll go see that then, shall we? After I eat my remaining rations. Can't eat the nuts, they're too important. Okay, that's some anime shit. that looks like the front cover of a romance anime about a boy who falls in love with a ghost or something.
I've seen the angel of death by the window.
Jesus Christ, can you calm down? I want to be of help, I want to be by your side. Is there something I can do for you? Right now my only desire is to light up candles, wash the soot of the day off, wrap myself up in a bedsheet and get drunk, until my mind goes blank. Will you get us a bottle of Twirine? I'll do so if I find one. Do you want us to get drunk together? Of course. I'm afraid that's impossible, I can't allow myself to drink now. What a shame. Then I'll have to drink either alone or with my gentle girlfriends. Meanwhile, I'll be working, Eva. Each minute of my work is a life saved. Several lives, perhaps. Bottle of Twirine. I think I can buy one of them at the pub. I don't know how expensive they are, though. Oh, immediately. Immediately. We'll save over. I'm fine to save over, I don't care. You want to get surgeried, boy? Want to taste the wrath of my surgery? Fucking... Oh, fuck off, did that hit me? Not having it. Not having it. Not allowing that. That wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. I was about 6 miles away. You know, we'd have to communicate via signal fire, and he's somehow still able to hit me with a knife. It's completely insane. It seems like there's less reach with the scalpel than there is with the knife. I can't seem to actually get headshots when I'm attacking from behind because they hunch forward too far. But I can just keep going at him, and we get through him in the end. Enough slashes to the back will eventually do the trick, turns out. You're welcome, by the way. No need to thank me. Fill her up. What were we doing? We got a letter through, I think. An evening letter from the powers that be, day 2. To facilitate your assignment, we'll be sending a special train carrying medicine, sanitary equipment, and personnel. We expect the train to arrive in 4 days. Oh, it's not even coming yet. We've got more time to talk the Stamertons into being useful. The Inquisitor, allegedly Mark Karminski or Peter Croy, will travel separately. If the sanitary train reaches the town before the Inquisitor, the personnel and equipment therein will be yours to manage. The person in charge of the sanitary expedition will be duly instructed to collaborate. We hope that by that time you will have exhaustive information as to what the nature of the disease is. Sent on behalf of the Manipulatory Laboratory. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. I do love a manipulatory laboratory. Good place to spend your time. Manipulating things in a laboratory. Whatever the fuck that means. What are we doing? What's our plan right now? I mean, obviously, stabbing the stabbers before the stabbers stab the stabbies is an interesting side quest for me, but I feel like I should have a goal in mind. What's my goal? Did we go find some Twirine for Eva? I know I was pretty brusque and all like, well, I have to spend all my time saving lives, not getting drunk with women, but I don't actually have anything to do. So much for that, eh? Oh, we're drunk. I do believe I have enough water to facilitate some sort of trade. There you go. Pleasure, as always. We have to find food soon. That is a thing. It is day 3 technically now. I don't know if the shops reset at midnight on day 3 or at morning on day 3 is the question. But worth having a quick look in here. I want to see if the prices have come down at all yet. Not going to hold my breath, but you know, we can but hope. But hope. Okay, I think... Are these cheaper? I feel like dried fish was 1600 before, right? Or was that smoked fish? Is there a difference? Am I creating 2 different items where there is in fact only one? I don't know. Seems like a reasonable price to pay for something that's gonna keep my hunger from getting too serious anyway, so I will invest. Buy low, sell high, you know? Like I'd sell my food. I already regret giving all that food away to Lara? Was it Lara? Lara Croft? That's her name, right? Yeah, gotta be. Couldn't be anything else. How about we barter? Nope, how about we don't barter? Eyes like a hawk. Can sense their presence. Are you coming for me or going for him? We're going for this guy. You're going for that guy. Okay, that works for me. God, you're hard to hit. Okay. There we go, Jesus. Was not cooperating, that lad, was he? Not even slightly. Not even a little bit. Ooh, I did want to buy more alpha tablets, actually. How much are you selling alpha tablets for, buddy? 88. Yeah, prices have definitely come down. Let's get 3 for now. Probably use all of them. Immunity, yeah. That's good enough immunity. We could buy a couple more and max it out, but we're not necessarily looking for max, right? We're just looking to keep things like in the positive 50% is the general goal, I think. Except health. It's nice to have max health if you can get there. Just so you don't accidentally get one shot by a man with a flamethrower. Oh, by the way, if you're new to Pathologic, sometimes you have to deal with men with flamethrowers. Look forward to that. We'll get there eventually. I don't doubt it. Okay. Oh, I was meant to be going to the theatre. We'll go on the way back. Go buy the Twirine first. I don't think we can buy it anywhere but the pub. I'm open to the possibility of being immensely wrong on that, but I don't think we can. Yes, please. I will buy your stinky drunkard bandages. I have no doubt you've kept them perfectly hygienic. Clinically sanitary. As you stagger around the streets. Hello. Vegetables, fish. Oh, I can't afford all that. I have to sell something. I mean, I do have 2 guns. One of these revolvers is worth a lot more than the other one. It's because this one's broken, I see. Do we sell the broken one, or do we sell the one that's going to give us more money? I'm not sure how much it costs to repair them, because I've never done that. Seeing if there's anything else. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's much to be gained from any of these sort of things. They can only be traded with people for bullets, and I don't care about bullets. Is that sensible? I mean, if I'm keeping a gun, then it makes sense to keep things I can trade for bullets. Let's sell the broken gun. Buy some food. An egg and a gun. What a catalogue you have there. What an inventory. Are we in the right place? Yeah, it's just up there. For some reason I cannot work out, like, I know Anna Angel's place, the Sabarov place, the pub, the Stamatin place are all along here, but I can never remember which one you come to first. There's the pub. Glad I detoured for that. Quite a haul in that bin. Yeah, I suppose we can do a bit of a tour, loot a few more bins. Look for more stabby men, look for more drunkards. Look for more people to trade with in general, realistically.
The plague is
Whoa.
on our doorstep.
You have a lot of
So,
things to say
let's come
suddenly.
to this.
Hats off to the fine guest. Do get intoxicated with this, you prisoner of science. If you care for your body so much, how come there are so many murderers roaming in the streets? Am I not supposed to hurt them too? The bastards deserve to be exterminated. No one will punish you for killing a criminal. An official decree was just announced by Sabarov's men. So what, are you planning to get your hands dirty too? And why not? Muggers and killers hold nothing sacred, so they are exempt from sacred laws and traditions. They pulled their knives first. You're free to disembowel them, tear their arms off, and perforate them to your heart's content. There's no need to perforate anyone, be they innocent or guilty. I definitely will, because they have money, and I need money, but that aside... Okay, Twirine is 440, we can afford a singular bottle of that. Do I buy the nuts as well? Oh no, it's coffee. Coffee, not nuts. I forgot I had coffee. Worth remembering. I will definitely forget next time it comes to a point where I'm suddenly in need of a pick-me-up, but I'll try not to. I can promise you that much. I can promise you I'll try. And really, is that not all you can ask of me? Am I not a mere man? A basic mortal? Just struggling in the face of eternity like the rest of us? I tend to wax lyrical a little bit when playing Pathologic. I don't know what it is. All the people rambling about absolute bullshit every time I talk to them, it makes me want to do the same. There are no kids out at night time. I mean, I guess that sort of makes sense, but I mean, I feel like in a town like this one, kids shouldn't just be wandering the streets regardless of what time of day it is. There's an awful lot of bad shit about. I did want to trade with some kids. And alas and alack, it seems like the kids do not want to trade with me right now. Gonna throw that knife at me, bud? Yes, you are. Excellent. I mean, I did ask for it, to be fair. Kind of baited him into that one a little bit, didn't I? Walk up to a known murderer and be like, what are you gonna do? Stab me? Yo. Throw knife. I'll be running this way. Aha. Dodged it. Oh, shit. Okay, fuck it. I can't be bothered reloading. I got a pretty good haul off him anyway, so fuck it. We will accept a singular stabbing. We've got enough Meridorm to keep us healthy for a while anyway, so... Honestly, I'm somehow in the position where my health is like the least of my worries. I am pretty concerned about the food situation, but we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out, don't you worry. Oh, no, not load. The other one. Unload, anti-load, inverse load. God, he fucking took off there, didn't he? I'm glad she's running, actually, because it's going to take him longer to kill her if she's running, which means I get more free hits on him. In an ideal world, anyway. I mean, I'm about as bad at hitting him as he is at hitting her, so... I'll save you, fair maiden, even though you look the same as those creepy women who attacked me in that house that one time. I believe you are, in fact, a different person. Oh, fucking hell, another knife. Very good haul. I might start using one of those knives instead of my scalpel, actually, because they're just better. They're just better. I just prefer the swing animation on them.
Rulers had to accept something was wrong. The terrifying discoveries have convinced them. One of them managed to curb the family feud.
Bad news. The governor will abuse his power, and the rest won't let him get away with this. Nothing's changed.
The town was placed in quarantine. From now on, the infected districts will be locked down, and no one will be able to leave until the situation is resolved.
Well, it won't be. They won't figure it out.
Thanks for that handy recap. They're usually a bit more vague, but that felt like a fucking news bulletin. Oh, hello. I see Artemy Barak and Clara. Sounds like all the pieces are on the table as of today. I might be meeting some new friends. I look forward to having a brief chat with Mr. Barak and a confusing chat with Clara. That's their personalities, brief and confusing. That's most people's Actually, no, brief definitely doesn't describe many people in this game. Quite the opposite, in fact. I don't know why I came in here, to be honest. I don't really want to buy any of your stuff. I guess I should probably have bought some more alpha tablets, but... Oh yeah, I was going to sell my scalpel and start using a knife. That's kind of why I went into a shop, but whatever. Knife. Yeah, look how much quicker and to the point the knife stabs are. So much better than a scalpel. So much better. We were meant to be going to Eva. We were meant to be bringing another Twirine. I don't know why I turned round. I don't know why I started going in the opposite direction. What a fool. Is that enough water for another trade? One day I'll learn the buttons to this game. Not today, but one day. Oh, it's more than enough water. Cool. Ice peeled for another drunk then. Actually, nobody on the street at the moment. Not a single soul. Got the town to myself. Almost like a plague is ravaging the place and everyone's been told to stay indoors or something. And also that it's like, what, 2 in the morning or something? 3 in the morning. But those things aside, you think the place would be bustling. Oh, hello. Good day to you. It's also fucking pissing it down with rain. Honestly, the stars have aligned to make it the worst possible conditions for leaving the house, but even so, I want to see a full-on, like, street party. I want to see bunting. I want to see banquet tables with sausage rolls, you know? A proper, like, English coronation party. Oh fuck, we're gonna have one of them soon, aren't we? Big King Sausage Fingers is getting the crown put on his head. Can't wait. Excited for that. There may be an ounce of sarcasm in my voice there, but don't believe it. I'm truly the greatest royalist anyone could ever hope to meet.
What?
I brought you the Twirine, but you didn't really want the Twirine, did you? You were just chatting shit. You were just chatting shit, Eva. It wasn't a real quest. It was just you, like, having something to talk about. With your weirdly long torso.
It's so quiet around now.
She's like a mannequin. Like the way her arms hang off her and everything. There's something just amorphous.
What?
Uncanny, indescribable about this woman's physique. I don't like it, I'm leaving. Not happy with her anymore. We've fallen out. She made me buy Twirine. That cost like 440 big money dollars. Where am I going to get that sort of cash? Killing a single man with a knife? Could have bought me half a fish. Oh. Speak of them, and they shall come. And he's completely distracted by a woman. Gotta be careful I don't accidentally get caught in the crossfire while he's trying to swing at her, though. Fucking hey! I love these guys. They're providing. They come bearing gifts, and all I have to do is pop the piñata to get them. Is my infection ticking up? Is that why I keep heavy breathing? One of these days I will learn the buttons. No, my infection's fine, honestly. My other stats aren't terrible either. I guess my hunger could use some work. Why do I keep heavy breathing then? That's normal. I was taking that in the previous playthrough as a sign that my infection was rising, but my infection seems okay. It seems okay. We'll have much to learn about this game, it seems. Hello. Nod pleasantly at the pretty woman and immediately run for the nearby bins. I've got my priorities right. Oh. Look who it is. Old Stabby McGee himself. What say you, Stabby? Shall we go around? I've got a question for you, Stabby. If you... Okay, well, I'm not accepting a second stab. One stab was enough. But if he threw his knife at me, how come he still has the knife? That's not how... So the game just crashed. Didn't feel like loading today, turns out. It would rather just close itself. So I guess on that note, we're done for the day. I'll see you next time. Bye.